Sorry guys, today was gonna be the bikini wash my car video, but Rob beat me to it.
Oh, I'm wearing the bikini, it's just underneath. How do I ever drive this?
Your head sticks out the sunroof. Today has been a long time coming. I know, I've been neglecting my little S14, but Rob has been out on his FD season, traveling and competing. Irwindale's going to be the last round, so make sure you guys are there. I will be there as well in full support. But today we have some upgrades on the S14, as well as some maintenance. The upgrades, as you guys know, there was a limiting factor in my lower control arms. Villain sent me some lowers to get me back on the track and help me out, so you guys, thank you so much. But it wasn't designed to run with the GKtech tie rods and tension arms. So I'm going to be, at least I'm proud to say, that I'm officially full GKtech on the car. They sent me the lowers and they also sent me some strut tops. So I'm gonna replace those. That'll be a nice little upgrade. I also had issues with a bent rack from the last track day. So I sent my rack over to Nate from Bink Industries and he did a complete facelift on the rack, I guess you could say. It's not bent anymore, it's straight. All the seals have been replaced, so she should be great. I'll be replacing that, doing the install today, as well as maintenance. My knock sensors are out, and she's in limp mode. So that's kind of the list for today. There is a lot to do. This is going to be great. I'm really excited to work on her. Don't worry, we'll be working on the Subaru very soon. Today is a 240 day, and I know a lot of you guys were asking for an update on the S14. We've got some pretty exciting stuff coming and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and start working on my baby girl.
Look at these, adjustable caster top plates. That's a pretty unique idea. Fancy pantsy.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hey, Ecrew! So, where are you gonna start?
I figured I'd start with the arms on the rack. How do you feel about giving Ecrew a little update on your car?
So I've actually called a deacon or really religious guy to take the hex out of it. We had seemingly the firmware in our ECU seemed to crash randomly last event, which was shutting off the car.
To give you guys a little bit of perspective, Rob missed the first round due to trailer issues out of 4 rounds. The past 2 rounds he's been having a little gremlin in his car that everyone's been struggling to find. So the last round he needs to qualify in top 6 in order to keep his Pro 2 license to continue to compete. Otherwise it's back to Pro-Am.
Domination is the expectation.
Sounds like while I do the lowers, the rack, and the strut hats, Rob's gonna go ahead and start knocking out those knock sensors. I remembered I also have to replace the rear wheels, because shredded. Rob gives me anxiety on how fast he works.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just took the wheels off and you're like close to removing the intake already. Professional, amateur.
No, slow is usually better.
There's a joke there somewhere. All right, here comes the intake.
Come on, baby.
Is there corrosion underneath it?
Yeah, you got mud and you got...
Oh, you're kidding me.
Leaves and...
Oh, it's peeing. Sweet, I'm gonna continue to work here. Excuse me? Excuse me, Butters. John used to be a DJ in Spain called DJ Butters. Are you okay with them knowing that?
I don't care.
Okay.
That's for sure. It was DJ Buttercup.
I got the wheel off, the spacer off, and I'm currently taking off the caliper. I have one bolt off, gonna remove the other next.
So here's the two knock sensors.
Hey guys, if you were to take a guess, completely wild guess on which knock sensor is bad, you tell me. I don't know, I think it could be this one. This one looks pretty good.
The older the better?
It does look a little wet though. Oil seems to be getting in the back. The front seems to be a little corroded. The seal for this valley cover here has a leak. She's been through some abuse. Abuse and use. I'm gonna get back to this.
It's hot. It's still hot. Yeah, this is the seal. That is bad. We're gonna replace it. Wish we had another one here. We'll have to go to the AutoZone.
I guess we're going AutoZone. We may as well get valve cover gaskets too then.
Look at Opa Shop. That's the one.
Gotta use the old foot technique. Alright, disconnected the tie rod of the rack. Now I'm going to remove the lower. Alright, I was just wailing at the knuckle and lower control arm to try and drop the lower from the knuckle. Thing just like stopped recording. Well, everything has been dismantled for the most part. Rob is pressing the new ball joint in, and I'm gonna grab some beef jerky because I'm hungry. I'm just about done on the driver's side. I'm gonna install the lower control arm now and then start taking apart the passenger side. We're doing actually pretty well on time. I'm looking at all this right here and getting a lot of work done on the car today, that's for sure. Arms are on. We're gonna take off the valve covers. Sean just went to go get the gaskets and the seal. Let's see how my Valvetrain looks. So I was wondering why it looks so dirty under the valve covers. Like the oil is disgusting. And I forgot we're running Trebidine, that blue oil. Look at that. So this is something new to me. I've never actually taken off the valve covers on the LS. I guess really just the RB and the EJ are the only engines that I've done that on. I'm gonna do my best to explain what we are doing right now. We are taking off the rockers to take a look at the trunnions to see if there is any notchiness in it. And then while we have the rockers off, we're also taking out the push rods to make sure that they're straight and no bends in it. It's very common actually in the LS platform to bend those when you're hitting the rev limiter and higher RPM. Eventually we will upgrade when I'm pushing more power. I would love to do heads in a cam on this. Coming soon. I feel like I should have prefaced that we're tightening everything back down right now. Everything actually looked really good and I'm excited, and Rob's under there playing with my foot right now. You notice that hole in my shoe?
A huge hole in your shoe.
I know I do. But yeah, so I'm torquing everything down to 22 foot-pounds. The rocker is self-seating, so Rob is down there cycling the motor, and then we're just making sure that we are not torquing it with, not compression, but pressure, weight on the spring, so.
With the spring loaded.
The spring loaded, thank you, that's what I was trying to say. Both sides of the Valvetrain. Everything is tight, torqued, and perfect under the S14 right now because we're gonna swap out the rack. I've still yet to do the arms on this side of the car.
Is that the one we got from Bink Industries?
It is the one I got from Beak Industries.
Nick's the man.
He is. He actually did a really good job replacing my rack.
Oh, yeah, then you're gonna see how easy it is to get a factory rack out.
I didn't realize how much a pain in the ass it was to take off a rack on an S14. Coming down. My finger. Well, Rob being a pro, he was able to get it out and get this one in by the time it took to wash my hands and come back. Pizza time! Oh, the best pizza in Roseman. Look at these balls of glory. Not doing a lot of time lapse. We're trying to get a lot of work done. Quick update. I did take off the fittings off the old rack, used Teflon tape, and got those fittings back on the rack. Put the feet in the return line, just put the wormy clamp on the return line.
And then I use my Teflon tape.
And just about everything is pretty much good. Lines, mounts, blue Loctite, not overly tightened, have the spacers in, rack is good. Sweet. And last but not least, we have what I'm really excited about, and it's the brand new GKtech adjustable offset strut top hat. It's a mouthful, I know, but this is super cool. This is like the first of the first. These actually won't be released for another couple months. But essentially it's a camber caster adjustment. How it's gonna work is I have to pop out these studs, and I'm using their own stud nut combination, but essentially it's going to sit like so. The studs go through here, and then this little U shape will sit like that. And then what it does is it offsets your coilover so that essentially it widens your track width, and you have significantly more caster adjustment as well. Whoops, so I guess there goes one stud.
I already started hammering
Yeah, that
out.
one was already hammered out, not gonna lie. But I need to hammer out the other two and then go ahead and get these installed. bolted down the top hat, and you can see like it's super cool how much further back it is without having to cut into the strut tower. And then there's just a bunch of adjustability for the caster. Look how much that moves. And this is already so much further out, so. And an underneath shot. Overall, not too difficult to install. But all right, now time to button this up. We're gonna call it a night. It's been a 14-hour work day. It takes a lot longer when you're filming as well. Car's getting close to being buttoned up. There's a bit of work left to do. That's all right. We are going to come back tomorrow. Rob is also going to be throwing his car on the dyno to see if we can't figure out what the electrical issue is that's been going on that has also prevented him from being able to drive the past 2 rounds. So, very productive day today, and another one coming tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much, Rob, for all your help, and honestly, Sean as well. You guys are family to me. Ecrew, you're family to me. We out here with love. Bye!